That sounds pretty epic, Colton, if you can do that. So you can put enchants on weapons? That sounds really nice. The big bear is a treat. Yeah, they did close. That's why I'm playing. I was kinda waiting for that patch.
Keeping an eye out.
Gilded Whale. What is a... Locations. Gilded Whale. Oh, holy. There's a lot of lore. Damn. Lesser Black Ooze. Nice. We'll have to look at these at some point. Do like an hour of reading. Just lore. Damn, NPCs always spoiling our fun. Yeah, Arkti. Just a tuft of fur. A very, very angry fur. Once you find a magic weapon, just right click it and then click enchant at the bottom. Oh, nice. And they were planning fixing more minor stuff. There's also a reason for the point of getting magic stuff to start selling all non-magic weapons and armor. Yeah.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
Yeah, how about those 20 people hanging on the tree there? He cleanses the gnarled leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. Are you mad? No wonder that this place looks half empty. I feel at home already.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
That's a rather personal question. What are you talking about?
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Raderick has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps aside and inclines his head over so lightly toward the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a Biavak. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all. But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be
What a nice guy.
satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
You said something about Hollowborn and Whitewind's legacy before. He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Durwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. Isn't that like all children, more or less? Need to do some tracking while watching Bell? Nice, nice net. By the way, this game is not PG-13. It's fine. He shakes his head. Pitiful dumb things that breathe barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease, some say they are a punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows. But they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name of Waiden's legacy stuck in honor of that foul blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see. Lord Radric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interest at heart, he nods. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting strange ceremony near some ruins. He regards you carefully. You'll want to mind where you mentioned that. Trespassing on Engvithan ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Berath, have mercy. We certainly have. I don't think so. Just as they finished, there was a bivouac. He polishes his spectacle on his sleeve. If you'd been that close to a bivouac, you wouldn't be standing there. Here. Goodbye.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Rip.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
It's Quasimodo. Only gingers have no souls here. Nice, Klaus. What do you mean? You come to us at the time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Berath must be redoubled. He sets a steady gaze on you. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messenger arrives. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but that is not your concern. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can't be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to go get some rest, the inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Farewell. Don't threaten me, little man. And I'm the dwarf saying that. Nice. Visions and whispers. Let me see. My wife is linking something to me.
Kirmikin minä haluan, että sinä katsot välisen postaa minua.
Yep.
Niitä on kaikenkin nyt tehnyt. Mitäs toisenkaan katsot kirjaa välisen?
No. Sellsword, Archer. Speaks to Urgeth. I'd like to, I'm afraid I still can't help you find residence here. Lord Redric's son was deemed a Hollowborn. This makes circumstances even more fraught than before. Tell me about Lord Redric. He comes from a line of nobles who have defended these lands since Eidir's times. Redric too was an early supporter of Durwood independence during Revolution, and the current Lord's father perished in the Saints' War. Hollowborn began appearing in the Durwood shortly after the war's end. Lord Redric has taken upon himself to purge the curse from Gilded Vale. His measures have been severe but necessary. Unfortunately, it may not have been enough, if the bells were any indication. The Saints' War. Our age's most egregious example of man's madness. 15 years ago, the people of Reatzeras decided that Whiteven, their living saint, was the literal incarnation of the god Eothas. Urgent wrinkles his pinched nose. I'm doing the same. This supposed saint took upon himself to liberate the Durwood, supposedly from allegiance to less worthy gods. But I've never known an army to conquer land for its people's own good. The war lasted about a year, but you can guess what that year did to the worship of Eothas in Durwood. Lord Redric's forebears had all been Eothasians, but after his father fell defending us from those fanatics, he personally saw that the temple of Eothas here in town was shut down. He points at a few ruined walls near the tree. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understands our rules. I would like to know more about Gilded Vale. We are the frontier village, as are most settlements in Durwood. Gilded Vale hasn't grown much since its establishment in the colonial days, and the 15 years have seen our population shrink further. He takes in the ramshackle houses and half-fallen fences. Hey, Grey. Hence our recruitment of fresh settlers. Why has Gilded Vale's population been shrinking? Vaiden's legacy, of course. Many women have had difficulties bearing healthy children of late. A few years ago, Lord Redrick decreed that no mothers of Hollowborn are allowed in Gilded Vale. His mouth tightens to a firm line. His lordship dealt swiftly with the objectors. It may be harsh, but if it purges us of this curse, is it not worth it? Tell me about those ruins behind the tree. That's what's left of the Temple of Eothas. His lips pucker. Lord Redrick forepaid the worship of the dead god after the Saints' War. It's been abandoned for almost 15 years, but there are plans to rededicate it to Berath, the god of life and death. Enough of Gilded Vale. Goodbye. What's this? Oh. Villagers. Hello. What do we have here? This is not a happy town. Not at all. Eder. Scattered between the roots are traces of twine and bead, wilting flowers, notes half erased by the rain. Hello.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Looking for anyone who can help me feel better. He gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag from his pipe. My condolences. He exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village around him. Welcome to our lovely village. Well, thanks. Blood moss. Beneath the vines are crude carvings of sun rising over 3 stars. Henry the 8th time? Yeah, it's gonna be interesting what happened to his wife after the bells were ringing like that. Tale of Phalion. As you near, you feel vibrant history contained in the essence of this man, so voices from its past seem to call out to you. Reach out for the soul. So these are the Kickstarter guys, if I remember correctly. These yellow guys. Child. Hello, child. Are you Hollowborn? Temple of Eothas. Oh, hello. Blackhound Inn, Aloth. Who's Aloth? Road to west, road to south. Smithery. East. Windmill. Ingroid's house. Alfred's house. So, what is Aloth? Down here is. Oh. Hello. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partly obscured by a hood, but his height and stature such as an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Everyone calm down. Whatever this is about, I'm sure it's an overreaction. One of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from a drink, but his gaze is focused. We are humble folk, but we are no fools. Not like he thinks. Mocking us while he shelters us in our village. We don't take to that kind of talk from foreigners, especially those Idorans.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
Oh.
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
Ferry over to England. I'm greeted with rain and having to drive on the wrong side of the road. Nice. Nice, Netflix. Told you it was the PG-13? No, definitely not. The elf suddenly went all Scottish on these guys. This is unnecessary. Wouldn't you rather be inside drinking than out here arguing? We don't want your charity either, foreigner. It sounds suspiciously like you're defending him. Well, shit. Oh, hello. Let's switch to the other weapons. Eat this. Pillaner killed angry townsman. Yeah, that's gonna go well. The story from these companions, not to mention the party banter between certain companions, is quite damn good as well. Nice. I really like in the Baldur's Gates and those, all the discussion between the party and all the other stuff. This was really nice as well. As the last of the attackers falls, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
You mean slaughtering them? You're welcome.
Well, that is one way of putting it.
He straightens his hood and you note the remains of a fraying embroidery on his cloak. His boots are caked with dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
How did you manage to get stuck out here? That is something of a long story.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land.
That's interesting, Neth. That happened in the Baldur's Gate as well. People didn't like when you did some horrible things. Some people liked when you did horrible things.
And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some
In
ruins.
Gwithan Ruins? Oh, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
A bivak.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
What are you doing in the Gilded Vale?
Excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
Yeah, that goes. And you? I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
His Darting clan stakes in a tumble-down building and the fallow rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere. Just how did you manage to cross those three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did make a rather lewd suggestions regarding one of the exorcers and his own sister. Ah, that. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I try to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints and accent doesn't help. I heard the same thing. For just a moment he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally his face relaxes and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. You didn't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
I guess so. Crazy dwarf and even more crazier elf together. What could go wrong? That sounds like an epic start of a journey. So do I. Let's go then.
Excellent. I shall follow you. Yes?
Nice hood, dude. Nice book, dude. What do you have? Scepter and rapier. Alot's Grimoire. Wizards have the ability to learn a staggering number of spells, but they are always limited by the capacity of their Grimoires. At any given time, a Grimoire may only contain 4 spells of each level. Click to a spell in the right panel to remove it from the Grimoire. Add spells to empty slots by clicking the spell on the left panel. Hey Hornet Human. You like the modern play system where there are people that will like or dislike opposing attitudes. It does mean you have to match them by your current playstyle though, and switch for other playthroughs. Better than Persian chance to lose a shadow. Yeah, definitely Hikar. Definitely. Wizard's double. Well, let's keep these. Magic missiles. So these are very much D&D spells. Cold touch. Dazed. Area burn. Magic missiles. Okay. You're pretty much true, Nate. That is a great system. So I should probably put these in here now. What does this do actually? +1 damage reduction for 5 minutes. Nice. Well, few foreigners have much kind to say about the beer in Durwood, where locals prefer to indulge in narcotics. Beer is still a staple of every inn home and drunken food. Nice. No, this is not other than just an isometric view like Diablo. This is more like a more like Baldur's Gate in those games. Ah, that's how it works. Yoink.
Well?
Let's go, dude. Those beers are amazing. +1 damage reduction is nice. Yeah. Makes sense. So, I guess that makes either a party member as well then. Since he's showing on the map. Hey, you. Well, it's not talking much. Let's go to the inn. It does sound pretty damn good, Net. Floors are sticky with spills and that no one has bothered to clean. Yum. That innkeeper has a very, very bad name. If you are Finnish, you must rest to get him.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, more beer.
I'll take care of it. As you wish.
this name Paska with K instead of C means shit in Finnish, so he has a pretty
may I
poor
help?
name.
I'll take care of it.
Well, hello, shit. How's it going? Oh, greetings and welcome to the Black Hound Inn. The innkeeper bows her head curtly. Yeah, I know. That's... Please sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we cannot offer much by the way of good meal today. She sighs, unless you are fond of cold porridge. You only serve porridge? It isn't by choice, I assure you. We used to serve some of the finest meals in the Durwood. We've had a damn little run of luck, is all. It's been a bad season for the crops and we are running low on supplies. I sent Tendfrith up north to stock up. Tendfriths are cooked, you see, an artist with a good roast. It's been days since he was supposed to return and we haven't seen any sign of him. She sighs again. I've only taken over from the last owner myself. I don't know what I'll do if he doesn't turn up. I could try find him for you. Really? Her face brightens. I'd be grateful if you did. He was traveling through Whalewood. It's probably nothing, broken wheel maybe, but I do worry. Learning Finnish with Bella. Yeah, all the important words. You seem safely home, and I think everyone in here would sing your praises. Nobody much likes my porridge. Nice. I'd like to know more about the Black Hound. Really? Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years, but the Black Hound's fairly new. We get a lot of new faces in here too. Fewer than we used to, I'll admit. I used to work the tables actually, until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him. Even left his poor hound behind. That's the name, you see. The Black Hound. He's still sitting upstairs, pining after him. Poor old girl. Place ended up in my hands somehow, she laughs. My very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far. What do you have for sale? Nothing for me, thanks. Of course. We're running a little short on goods these days, but we ought to have more soon. Camping supplies? Beer? Milk? Nobody likes porridge? Yeah. Rooms. Inns allow characters to rest without using supplies. Cheap rooms are usually available, but if you have copper to spend, you may consider more expensive options. The bonus they provide lasts for a long time and affect the entire party. That is very expensive. Let's see. Level 1 Adventurer. So in here you could hire your custom-made adventurers. Yeah, 6 copper for +1 damage reduction is actually quite nice. I'll have all your beer. Thank you. That's the dwarven way. You roll into town, you buy all the beer in the inn, and then you hit the bed. Let's sleep in the common room. Very cheap to sleep in here. In a common room, it's like, yeah, crash in there for free. Does the milk give anything? Let's check that Hikara after this. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with an suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of the Gilded Whale's gallows tree. The creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like mouldering fruit. Her head hangs slimly to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts and with a gust of rancid air, speaks the word Watcher. You jolt awake. The foul smell of dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an Animansar. Toftati fills you with a new quasi-apprehension. You feel strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead.